What is up, guys? We are back for episode 3 of Big Things Coming. Got my hosts here, Geordie and Melanie. How you going, guys?
Very well today, thank you.
Most
How are you?
excellent.
Not too bad, not too bad. A little bit warm, Perth summer. Cranking up a sweat as we speak.
The fun times.
It's hard work. Yeah. Excuse me.
Who do you have today, Johnny?
All right. Episode 3. Our next guest is a renowned metal artist here in Perth. He is responsible for pretty much all of the underage gigs in Perth because
Amazing.
I don't
love that so
know
much.
anyone that's hosting underage events where you could be 10 years old playing guitar, get up on stage, rock out on that guitar, I don't know anywhere that's doing it. He is the guitarist and frontman for JamArt. Give it up for Mr. Ersh On.
What up, what up, what up?
How you doing today, brother? Thank you so much for coming in, man. It is truly a pleasure to have you here today.
It's my absolute pleasure to be here, and thank you so much for asking me. And yous are all so cool. I'm a fan of all of yous, by the way.
Mate, we're a fan of you, man,
We
and what
are.
you do. Keeping that younger generation into music and showing, you can be cranking out those circle pits and 10 years old. I think that's pretty
Start
bloody
'em
cool,
young.
man.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's awesome. I love that so much.
So what's been happening, dude? You guys just released music, and you're about to release new music. No, sorry, Floors already came out, didn't it?
Yeah, it came out Friday,
Yeah.
Wow.
Australia Day. Yeah,
I was watching the music video to it today, man. It's so touching.
it's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Dutchy, our bass
Yeah,
player,
yeah.
like the
Mr.
day.
Ryan Holland.
Yeah, he's the awesome bass player.
Yeah.
And a really nice guy, and I really love him a lot.
Yeah.
And the day before the video was released, sorry to bring it down, but
No, you're good.
his friend actually committed suicide.
Oh, shame.
Yeah,
So sorry to hear.
And that was the day before the release of The Floors, and I didn't know that had happened until after it was released, and then he watched it, and then he texted our band group chat thingy
Yeah.
saying what had happened, and that he's in one sense pleased that it's released at that time, and then the other sense grieving over his friend, but he's basically feels
Mixed
as though it's
emotions.
dedicated
Yeah.
to him and people like his friend.
Yeah.
Wow.
If that's one thing I stand for, it's mental health, and it's okay to not be okay.
In our community, in our music community, art community in Perth, we just need to look out for each other, and, you never have to be alone. This is a subject that's very close to my heart. I lost my brother. He died by suicide, and unfortunately I was there at the time. So it's something that I can really relate to for you guys. And I'm just so sorry that has happened.
I'm sorry about your brother.
Oh, thank you. But, trying to, turn a really horrible, dark time into something a bit more positive, we can write music about that to try and inspire people to either seek help or to let them know that, they're not alone and we're always here and stuff like that. So, just if you guys need any help, please let us know. We're always here. Send us a message.
Reach out to us.
Yeah.
It ain't weak to speak, man. You could be feeling on top of the world, but the person that you know lives right next door or in the next room could be going through the depths.
Yeah.
So just say hello, check in with anyone you know. Just hasn't hurt.
I know Dutchy pretty well. Ersh On's right. He is a fantastic musician. He's tough as stone, mate. I know Dutchy. He doesn't let anything in. And I feel like he'd be grieving pretty hard right now. So my condolences, Dutchy.
Oh yeah, also he's moving as well. So he's
Yeah,
gone through all of
moving
this.
house. Yeah, so all that stress, man. Moving house has got to be the shittest thing.
Literally.
Transition.
Especially in summer, man. No one wants to be lifting that couch or that bloody bed onto the back of a ute in the middle of summer.
So I work in mental health, right? And
I didn't actually.
Oh, then okay. So I work in mental health, and in the top 3 most stressful situations you can be in: death, divorce, moving house. Top 3.
Oh, wow.
So
You know, I
Yeah.
think we should write a song involving all those 3, and we'll just sum it up, and we'll just call it stress. You know, like
3 levels.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just moving out in general. That could be a song in itself.
Well, the Perth rental crisis, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's I don't mean to swear, but it's fucking nuts.
So we need to get paid, more money for gigs, need more punters in to help us pay our rent. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the average renting price in Perth is something astronomical now. It's like $600. You know, and sorry, like if people are laughing right now, thinking I pay 800 or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's
$600 is like pretty like on the
Standard.
lower end,
yeah,
like medium,
No, exactly right. And,
which is ridiculous.
But the point is, you know, 5 years ago, like we would have been like fucking $600. What are you living in a mansion or something? You know? Like,
yeah.
no, $600. That's like a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom dog box. You know,
Right.
and yeah, you're not going to get much for your money. But
10 years time is going to be $1 million for a standard house.
yeah, I
Over
always
times.
thought a $1 million house would be an entire mansion. You know, like
You
not.
thought wrong.
Yeah,
But speaking of Ersh, my friend, JamArt.
yeah.
Onto
Sorry,
much
we're getting
better
carried
topics.
away.
Totally.
JamArt, how long you guys been going, and what else other the musical ventures have you been
Yeah.
doing in your career?
Okay, so we've been going since about 2019. Well, when I was like 16, I was in a band called Grimoire, and we used to jam in this very same place.
And
And
house.
the Hen
Yeah.
House Rehearsal
Hen House,
Studio
yeah.
in Osborne Park.
We love them.
And
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Yep.
thanks. And there was a band here that you probably you would know called Raucous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
back-
Raucous,
Back
yeah.
when they were sort of teenagers too, but they were all like my big brothers.
Yeah.
They're the ones who taught me how to pull a bong and smoke cigarettes and scull all the cool stuff that helped me get through.
Amazing
life,
role
actually.
models. Amazing role models.
Yeah.
Are they around like, no, I'm kidding.
And I was going to join their band at one stage as their guitarist, but I didn't get past the 6-pack and the bong and things like that.
Right.
And I never actually got to the guitar.
Yep.
So it just ended up being a really fun day, but that was what my memories of this place. Another band called Trench I used to play in.
Okay.
It's actually Trench. We did an album. It's online somewhere. I think it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'd actually had this guitar called a Ibanez Axter, the one I used all the time.
Yeah.
And back then, at the same time as meeting a girl and wanting to settle down, my guitar got stolen. And so 15 years later, I didn't play guitar for 15. I didn't even listen to music for 15 years.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, just did kids and worked and did all that stuff.
Okay, so it wasn't because your guitar got stolen. You just got busy with life.
I got busy with life and my guitar was stolen, so I thought, well, that was the only guitar I really, really loved. And back then
So you had
it was my only
connection
guitar.
with that guitar.
Yeah, it was
like,
given to me
and
by
you
a
felt
friend.
like a piece of your soul was stripped away from
Totally.
you. Yeah.
And then I found out that it was hocked in somewhere, and that
Don't tell me you got it back.
a friend of mine had actually bought it from that hock shop.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but he didn't tell me.
Oh, no.
He didn't tell me. So, and I hadn't seen him for those 15 years either. But then I found out, and I really wanted to play my guitar, and I hunted him down. I went through some other friends who knew where he lived.
Yep.
And I knocked on the door, and he actually answered the door. Jason looked at me, said nothing, walked back and grabbed my guitar. It was all in pieces. And goes, "Here you go, Ersh." And I just said, "Thank you," and I walked off. And
Wow.
I took it to
Dude.
Guitar World in Cannington,
Yeah.
Guitar World. They put it all together for me, and that's when I started writing JamArt. And I was on my own back then. I thought I'm going to write the drums and the bass and the guitar and the singing, record it all at Vision Studios, and then see what happens if anyone likes it enough to join the band.
Okay.
Dutchie and Nathan came along and
Yep.
said, "We like your shit," and I said, "Learn it," and they did.
Yep.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that was in 2019. Yeah.
What a full circle
Well,
story.
so
Yeah.
you only got your guitar back
Mm.
in 2019.
Around then, yeah, more like probably 18, around there somewhere.
So literally, like, you could have been playing for the last 15 years prior to that, but you stopped and then
No, I had like I had like a daughter, and then I had 4 boys, and they're all about 3 years apart from each other.
So you're busy.
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 Yeah. I ran businesses and I did all this stuff and just did what I thought a man is supposed to do.
Yeah.
And realised that actually I don't really want to do all that anymore. I want to play my guitar and live a happy life.
But I wonder, like, I always think about the flip side of a story, and I wonder, like, how things happen for reasons or whatever, and had your guitar not been stolen from you 15 years prior and things like that, were you ready to play music then? Could that have laid you down like a really destructive path, or you could have been really bad? Whereas now, like, you lived and you had the kids and stuff like that, and now you're like, okay, I'm ready for this.
Totally. I was
love that.
thinking that as well.
Yeah.
I thought if this hadn't have happened, I would have definitely got really hard into drugs and shit, and it would have been it would have been a sad story, I reckon, back then, because I was not prepared for anything more than what I was at.
Yeah.
But right now, I've done the kid things, and I've got a reason to live and carry on. So,
So fast forwarding now that JamArt's, like, I guess, come out of hibernation, like your creation your vision has become an actual thing.
Yeah.
Right. An element that you've created. You've got some wicked songs out, man. Like I said, you've just released Flaws,
Mow Down.
I'm rocking that shit now. Like I've listened to your music, man, and it's fucking sick. I hear
you say that to all the boys.
only the nice ones. I hear
Thank you.
I hear you and Dutchie's harmonies, like your vocal harmonies, and it's very Corey Taylor.
Ooh.
Yeah, like, and you know, I don't care if I cop flack from anyone for saying that. You know, like, it's the metal community, whatever. But I listened to your singing and Dutchie's harmonies, and it is very, very Corey Taylor. Like,
Wow.
yeah,
Thank you.
and that's what I mean. Like, it's amazing. It's really good to listen to. You've got your melodic parts and you've got your chunky parts, man. It's like, and you're progressively building up to that shit, and you know, like, shit's about to go down. Like,
real.
Yeah, it's really nice. It takes you on a journey.
Would you say that Corey Taylor and those kind of bands were your influences growing up?
No.
No.
but I did like Slipknot a little
Yes.
bit. And when I did get back into music, I discovered the album that's got the song Vermilion.
Yeah,
I
Vermilion.
love that song.
Amazing song.
The two versions of it.
Oh, Vermilion Part 1 and
Yes.
Part 2. Yeah,
That's what actually got me
Yeah,
to
see,
Slipknot.
Vermilion Part 2, like, after hearing Flaws today, that's exactly what I'm talking about, man. Like, I'm not talking about Corey's screams or growls. I'm talking about his singing, like his vocal capabilities, like, and I can hear that in JamArt, and it's great.
I think someone else has mentioned something about the style of singing, and they mentioned the word pain. There's some pain in the voice.
Yeah.
So I think well, like, in that Vermilion, there's definitely some pain.
Yeah.
When I sing, I'm trying to actually sing from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your soulful instrument, so you can hear that. It translates for sure. I was going to ask you if you were to align yourself with an artist or two or whatever, who would you get your most influence from, do you think?
Radiohead.
Yeah, right, okay.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah. And the Smiths.
Okay.
Wow.
I love the way the Smiths just sort of sing about things like, don't wake me up. I don't want to wake up in the morning and stuff like that. But you don't sort of get it. And like some of the other stuff he says, like, don't take me home because I don't have one anymore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just love the way he does it. And it's not too miserable, but it's like,
Too miserable.
yeah.
The line's hit.
Yeah. No, I just love everything about the Smiths' sense of humour a little bit behind their singing, but I don't have much humour in mine.
Fair. That's your art, my guy. It's your art.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you guys just announced you're supporting, forgive me, so you're going to Europe for a pretty big fucking festival, am I right?
Yeah,
I'm so envious.
pretty lucky on that one.
Tell the world who you're supporting, man. Like, this is incredible.
Rob Halford. of Judas Priest.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
That is just too epic.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, as a teenager, man, those I used to, the cassette tapes. Remember
Yeah.
those?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Of course.
I'm way too
Yeah,
young
yeah,
for that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there was a thing called a cassette tape back in,
CD.
Yeah, I heard the CD thing. What is that?
oh no,
That sounds like a CT.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a CD?
But they're making a comeback anyway.
yeah. Well,
cassettes,
I used to
man.
record their solos
Mm.
only,
Oh, right.
and have a whole tape full of Judas Priest
Oh, wow.
solos.
Oh, wow.
That's wicked.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
man.
yeah,
So when's that?
Painkiller. My God, when I first heard that.
When are you going to Europe?
Yeah, when's that happening?
Okay, so July 17th until the July 20th is like it's about
what is
30
a festival? Or?
It's a metalhead meeting festival over the 4 days in Romania,
Oh, sick.
Romania.
which is right next door to Istanbul,
Yeah.
Mm.
and we're going to play there as well. So we're going to
Oh
play
my
Istanbul,
gosh.
which is kind of just as exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
that's it. Like you're going to make the most of a situation. You got to play
Yeah.
a few shows there, and might as well make it a tour.
Well, Michael Lauders from Metal Ruse, and also known as Black Ruse, he's German,
Right.
and he's also sorting out a bit of a tour for me around the Romania
yeah,
sort of
excellent.
Germany area.
Yeah.
But they're all
Wicked.
next door to each other.
Yeah.
You can get
Yeah.
a car and drive up
Literally.
Yeah, half an
Yeah.
hour.
Literally.
It's good.
Like it's nothing,
Across
to. It's
the
like
right?
on a
road,
Bunbury or
Yeah.
something.
Right. So how
Yeah.
did that come about for you guys?
All right. So there's a lady called Kimberly Zahra. She
Mhm.
just changed her name recently to Zahra.
Mhm.
She likes JamArt, so I'm really happy about that. That's actually her. Yeah, that's her. Yeah.
Oh, wicked.
Okay.
She dances in one of my videos as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause,
fantastic.
I actually was going to try and do the dance myself. And I was like, I can't do this. And I saw Kim over there like playing with her hair. I said, you do this dance. And then she said, I don't know how to dance. I said, I'll just tell you what to do. Just do this now.
Right.
Just do this. And then she just took it away. And
Awesome.
anyway, she's been emailing heaps of people around the world. This is some advice too for other bands out there. Email the heck out of your gear.
You can say shit. It's okay.
Shit.
Yeah.
Email the shit out
Email
of it.
shit? What?
Yeah. And your songs, your videos, your pictures, the best you can get together, and just email every kind of booking agent.
Yeah. Just get it out there, right?
Like, what's the worst they can say? No.
Well, they
move on.
did. They said, well,
Yeah.
I've got another band. I guess I shouldn't say their name because they didn't get a positive reaction.
Right.
But JamArt, they actually wrote back to JamArt and said, hey, we like your stuff and we would like to have you on our booking roster.
Right.
I
That's
thought,
amazing.
wicked. And they had all
Congratulations,
these
man.
festivals to choose from.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
like,
Oh, wow.
fuck. Yeah, and the biggest one that they had at that time was the Judas. So I said, can I have Judas, please?
Please, sir.
I can play every single solo back to front.
Yeah. And
Man,
they go,
like-
do you want the big stage or the little stage? I said, big stage.
The biggest.
They said, oh, we've got a spot left on the big stage.
Holy crap.
So, yeah.
Wow.
That just makes me so happy for you, man.
Thank you, man. And you
Yes.
being happy for me is telling me that you're just a wonderful person.
Oh,
Because
no.
lots of
You have to
people are-
celebrate other people's
I know,
successes.
right?
and
I'm the
Exactly
same.
right.
When someone
Yeah.
succeeds, I'm like real happy about it.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just there are
I
some
think
drop
that's
that
what
aren't,
makes
that's
you
all.
the most lovable metalhead on earth. You know, like, you know I'm right. Like,
I do look down on myself a lot because I don't know why.
Well, we'll
But-
just slap the shit out of you for that.
yeah.
You're incredibly humble, my friend.
Oh,
Dude,
thanks,
you
Sam.
better be like,
There are people that
filming-
don't like me. There are people that don't
I
like
don't
me, just so
believe
you know.
Well, you know, they just
Wait.
don't know you.
we won't give them time.
And, you know, they
We
don't
don't like
deserve
Bro,
to.
like I'm telling you, you've got to film this shit. Like when
Well,
you go over there,
There's
I
one
wanna s-
person, to be honest. There's one person.
No
Well,
shade, no shade.
whatever.
I want to
That's it.
see like live streams of you guys, like in Romania, live
Yeah.
streams. I want you filming it.
Yeah.
I want to
Live
see
it up,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Holy
'Cause
crap.
We'll share the hell out of it on our pages. Big
Thanks,
things coming
man.
and whatnot. You know,
Well, I want to get
we
to
get behind
Wacken.
JamArt.
I want to get to Wacken one day. So
I want to get. I don't
Yeah.
want to. I don't even have to play there. I just want to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and the other
You know.
thing is, last year,
Mm.
I don't know if you saw my posts when I was traveling overseas last year to try and open up some doors.
Yeah.
I know you. I know you went
Where did you go?
overseas.
I went to Germany. I went to Wacken.
Right.
I actually went to the Thomas Jensen's house.
Is that like May, June last year?
Yeah, it was July.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was either because I went over to Europe May, June, and then I think I saw you were over there. I was like, hey, were you there when I was there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was there in July and June, July, and August.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I went to the head dude that actually makes Wacken's house, and he wasn't home, and it was raining, and there was storms, and I had my like shirt and like a CD and stuff, and his gate just opened up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Pearly
it's a
gates.
long walk to the house, and I'm thinking German shepherds maybe.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go through the gate. Then the gate just went opened up, and I thought, all right, I'm going to go through. So I went all the way up to the door, put it at the door, left a note, and bolted out again because I didn't want to. Because I don't know him, and I don't want him to.
You're
Dude,
just
that is-
seizing the opportunity.
That is so cool. That is the definition of like cold canvassing. You know, like
Carpe
Yeah,
diem, my
Literally, it
friend.
was raining and stormy. It was very cold.
but
Then,
see,
then I found
there's-
him. I found him on Messenger, and I messaged her, and he actually replied and stuff.
Wow.
That's
So
incredible.
maybe next year, but I want to
love this
get.
story so much.
I want to
Yeah.
get more footage of Romania and say, hey, look, we didn't
Yeah.
like blow
Well,
anything up at this one, so
It's
maybe you can
part
take
of-
us there.
Even still, like it's part of your repertoire now. Like you're going there, you're going to play, regardless of how it is. You play, well, past tense. You would have played in Romania at this festival, and it's still an amazing achievement.
100%.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I'm
like,
really stoked about it. But
Wait,
I do want to open up the doors for Perth, and I'm not just saying this to be liked or whatever,
No.
but because I'm a pretty like a, if you notice, I'm like, I wouldn't say lonely, but I for some reason prefer to sort of go around by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't need people to sort of fall head over heels for me and
Yeah.
love me and stuff. I just want them to love themselves, and I'm not trying to do anything but open up the doors for Perth.
Yeah.
So if I
wicked.
get to know some dudes over there, and also it's not just that. Everywhere I've been, including Melbourne, we did a gig in Melbourne once.
Mhm.
I got nothing against Melbourne and shit. Perth bands piss all over
Yeah.
every other fucking state in this country. I'm sorry, but
No,
it's
I don't
true.
think that's anything to apologize for. I think it's like just own it.
Oh man, they are
We-
so fucking
we were
good.
discussing this with Daniel.
We were
yeah,
a few
while ago.
episodes ago.
And even he said,
But that was LA he was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
Same with America.
Yeah.
Same with
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
So we need Perth bands to be heard over
Yeah,
there.
we do.
Absolutely.
exactly right.
I want
man.
to be able
Exactly.
to say, hey man, if you like us, there's some more cool shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think
Yeah,
that's part of the reason why I wanted to start this podcast in the first place. It wasn't just to interview people, but it was more so we could hear their story and share it with the rest of the world as well. It's like, yeah, all right, you can write a song, you can release it. All right, well, I want to talk to you about that song. I want to talk to you about how you released it.
Mm.
I want to see where you're going.
Yeah.
Romania, you know, like
And where you
whacking.
been?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
And
you
what
been,
the
man? Like-
opportunities are, you know?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and like he was saying, it's just like, you know, sometimes you just gotta be the squeaky wheel. Like just email people, do
Yep.
what you need to do, just get your stuff out
Go
there.
get chased by those German
'Cause
shepherds.
it's not gonna come
you
to
know,
you,
like-
eh? It's not gonna come to you.
And speaking of your amazing Romanian festival show you've got coming up, still even on a lower level, even though it's a lower level, it's still amazing. Calbarry Air, open
Yes.
air coming up.
Yeah.
Lower
Yeah,
That looks
level.
amazing. I'm saying, you know, for a Perth band
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go with that
Yeah.
and international, but
Yeah.
even a festival like a local one that's interstate,
Well,
that sounds amazing. I saw it. I was like, I want to play this so
oh,
bad.
you will
Yeah.
be.
What?
Um,
Yes, please.
As for that, I don't want to sound whatever, but I'll be honest with you. I'm more excited about the Calbarry than I
Wow.
am of Judas
Wow.
What makes you say that? Though?
because
God damn, this
I
apple
fucking
guy.
love every one
Yeah.
of these Perth
Yeah.
bands,
Mm.
and for them to be able to experience an open air stage and shit before I go to fucking Judas Priest and shit, they're gonna all experience that stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I just want to see the looks on their faces and
It's
spend
stuff
a couple
that
of
you
days
cannot
together.
forget, you know?
Mm.
Yeah,
Is
man.
this going to be a continuous thing?
Yes, it's
So,
going to be
like-
every single year in March.
Amazing.
Excellent. So
Wicked.
it gives other bands that are tuning in now like a chance to think,
Oh,
oh, you know
definitely.
what? Like, yeah.
We will see for this first one we didn't screen anything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was just a whole bunch of things. Hey, can we play on it? Can we play on it? I just announced I was doing it,
Yeah.
and there was heaps of bands that said. So
Yep.
we just said yes.
Yeah.
and before you know it,
Full bill.
mates bands. Oh shit, we're full. Sorry, mate.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah.
But so every year we want people to apply, and we'll screen them in a sense of
Bigger and better, man.
Because they're all good. All the bands are good. But
maybe
I guess
the more it builds up, maybe we can get multiple stages.
yeah, true.
Get in touch with Richie Ray from Motivated. I know
Richie Ray is providing the stage.
Yeah. I know what he does, man. He's fucking incredible. Like he's got a broken shoulder at the moment. He's still working, continually.
He's such a passionate, strong,
very passionate
dude, man.
He's motivated.
Very motivated.
Yeah.
He's supplying the whole stage and the truck and everything.
Oh, amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, the PA, speakers,
Yeah.
the mics. He's going to do some sounding.
See, this is another reason why I love Perth, man. Like, you could just be a local musician, but if you can help the music scene in some kind of way, whether it's supplying a stage or lending your guitar, man, like it doesn't matter what the deed is. If you can help one another, I think it goes a long way, and it shows Perth is a family.
Yeah. Like I've got a lot of mates that live, overseas and in America and stuff like that, and they are, guitarists in their own right or singers in their own right and great songwriters and stuff like that. And they're living in these small rural kind of places, and they're not kind of getting out there, and they kind of are really surprised when I'm like, oh yeah, I'm playing a show, oh yeah, we're going here and we're doing this thing, and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, what, Perth must be so happening. And I'm like, it's kind of like a thing that it's its own creation, like it's still itself, and without people like us and other, like yourself, and kind of all contributing to it, then it wouldn't be, it doesn't just pop out of nowhere. You have to keep putting into it to get something out of it.
Totally.
Sure.
And so that's kind of what I say to them over there. But there are places and cities where there is like no music happening.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, get out of there.
It must just be like this cold, dark, depressing town where there is no music happening.
Literally in their bedrooms, and that's it.
Like I'm still absolutely pissed off that we lost Soundwave, we lost Big Day Out.
Yeah.
Right. And now every now and then we get a big time act that comes through. But where are the festivals, man?
Oh, that could be something Ersh has to think about after
You know,
Calgary.
I nominate
plans.
Ersh to be the ambassador of the biggest festivals in
It
Perth.
could happen. You never know. You just got to make it happen.
You can hear it here first, I guess.
Tell us
wanna
more
do
about
down south.
Oh, you want to do down south?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the process of somewhere between Cowalmarup
Oh, the Cowtown.
Yeah, the Cowtown.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
I love
Yeah.
that place.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Margaret
That's
River.
Yeah.
So somewhere around there. But it's going to be a little bit more heavy.
Oh.
Because
Beautiful.
Calgary are sort of a rock and roll town.
Yeah.
So we couldn't really fit in more than 4 metal bands.
Right.
So down south, I think we can fit a few more in.
Nice.
Tell us.
I love that.
Tell us about the underage gigs that you're doing, Ash. Because I think this is so inspiring, especially for the younger generation.
There is a story there. There is definitely a story. So when I got my guitar back and everything, I started trying to write songs, and I thought I'd go out and suss out the scene. And I went out to Midland. I watched a band that were fucking good. Sorry about the F word.
That's drop it as much as you want, my friend.
They were
Fuck
they
yeah.
were fudging good. And I was the only fucking person watching them.
Yeah, right.
Even the staff went to the other bar.
Oh my God.
There was
wow.
nobody except this 3-piece band fucking rocking out like they were playing at a festival.
Yeah.
And it was just me, and I was thinking, man, this people should hear this shit. And then I went to another one in Fremantle, the basement,
Yep.
and I saw a band called As Light Decays. Do you remember those guys?
Was that the Swan Basement?
Yeah, sorry, the Swan, yeah.
Yeah. Me and Geordie, we played a gig there. That was
Yeah,
your
cool.
That was Belgravia's first gig.
Did you hit your
Yeah.
head on the roof?
Almost.
happens, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you, these guys blew the roof off the fucking
Yeah.
joint, man.
It's like
Excellent.
there.
Create a bit more space for our heads.
Right. Well, I'm only 4 foot fuck all anyway. So, yeah.
Well, As Light Decays, they invigorated me to start to want to do something in Perth, because when I was between 16 and 18, I put on a gig there for Allegiance.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and Grimoire, my band back then, supported them. We put it on at the Charles.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. The Sundowner. Yeah, it was the last gig. It was a demolition gig or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the night Vanadium also played, and their whole van got stolen with all their gear in it from the car park.
Man.
Yeah, this is like 20, 30 something years ago.
Bruh.
But yeah, it's kind of like it's a story, a laughing story now that we talk about
Right.
with Chris K-Bone and stuff. But anyway, after seeing As Light Decays and Cage the Hate, which Dutch used to be in, that was like, and I saw a little circle pit happening, and I thought, cool. I even got in there and started doing a little jog, and I thought, man, we need more of this. And I remember when I was young, we had all ages.
Yep.
And we actually made an all ages back then. I did an all ages when I was freaking under 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we had like 2,000 kids there, man.
So awesome.
And it was huge.
That's the thing. Like before the technology boom, like
Did I just say 2,000? No. We made $2,000 in sold tickets.
oh wow.
There was not 2,000 kids. It was like $5 a ticket or something.
It's like it's $1
Yeah.
a ticket.
So what have we got to look forward to, Ash?
All right. Well,
You got more music on the release radar, don't you?
yes, a whole album's coming out on the 23rd of February,
Oh,
Wh-
awesome.
and
which
what
is the
about-
same day my next video is coming out, and it's going to be animated.
You
Oh,
guys,
yeah, cool.
you guys planning on doing a release, like a launch?
Yes, we will do a launch, but there's no plan as such.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'd love to come to one of you.
Yeah,
gigs,
it's
so.
with Judas Priest.
It
I'll
kind
be
of
there.
is a launch.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
imagine. Like, what better platform to launch something like
To
that?
be honest,
right?
like Mel's 100% correct. I'd definitely capitalize on it.
Yeah.
As far as a launch goes, what better way? Like, it's the biggest stage I would have ever played
Right.
on. Yeah.
Do at least like a cheeky documentary about it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to get as much footage.
Yeah.
Heck
We've,
yeah.
we've got this
Like
cool
day
4K
one.
camera now, so
Day 1, day 2, day 3,
Yeah.
and then you'll see Dutchie snoring in the corner. Like I love you, Dutch.
I'm really glad about. We did a gig in Melbourne, the three of us.
Yeah, I
And,
remember that.
Yeah, I'm glad we did that because I learned a lot about their character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I realized, yes, we can handle Europe. So
Right.
that's why we started trying to get Europe.
Yeah.
Right.
I think a lot of bands kind of fall down that way. They put together pretty quick. They've all got the drive and the passion and shit. They just don't know each other. They don't know somebody's got a drug habit. They don't know somebody needs to fucking do this and that, and then they go somewhere and it all goes to shit.
Right. The
So-
first,
Well,
does
I
matter.
snore. we found that out the hard way. Jimmy hates me snoring.
And what happened? Like, he just went and slept somewhere else?
No.
No.
well, we have our
He
own
drove
rooms.
Yeah.
We have our own rooms.
Yeah.
Dutchie needs his own space, and so does Nathan.
And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. That's what I've come to learn as well. Like, you know what? You might be an introvert, an outrovert. If you want your personal space, make sure you've got your own room. And that's
Oh,
most
yeah.
important.
I mean, if it's possible, I think it's really important.
oh, yeah. Like,
know.
But the thing is, I'll sleep in a car if I have to. Like, I'm versatile. I'll fall asleep anywhere.
Yeah.
I'll sleep at the gig.
Awesome, mate. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah, no worries.
Is that time already?
yeah.
Man, it goes so
I know.
quick.
Done.
Ash, we
Nice
love
to
you,
stick
man.
around.
And
Sorry, I was late too, by the way.
Oh,
No,
look,
Totally
you
fine.
weren't late, bro.
it's
You
all
weren't
good.
late. we love you, bro. And keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that you're representing Perth, you're going to play metal, and you're doing it for the younger generation as well. Like, we love you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure, man.
Thanks, Ash.
Can I give some thanks to some people?
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Go
go
for it.
ahead.
Go.
It's
Yeah.
a free
Alright.
forum.
I'd like to thank Kimberly. She's helped us a lot. She actually, pretty much, you can say she got us a Judas Priest. 'cause she just-
Amazing.
Kimberly, I think my band Colormine will be hitting you up.
Yes.
You have to start
Can I
booking
get
her
her
out.
email
Yeah.
address, please?
I'd like to thank Peter and Zulo.
Thanks, Pete.
Man, I'm so glad he exists on this planet. Otherwise, I would not exist, I feel, because
Yep.
I'm part of my videos.
Yep.
And he brings it to life, and I'm so fucking stoked that he does this.
For those at home
Amazing.
that don't know, Peter Renzullo is actually our film director right now,
Yeah.
who is here in the studio. We love you, Peter. Thank
We
you
do.
for donating your time.
I'd also like to thank Kelvin Whitwell for introducing me to Peter. Kelvin Whitwell was in a sanatorium, but now is Decapitated Chooks from Bunbury.
Yes.
Yo.
Oh God, I'd like to thank Blood Hunt, the young kids band.
Dope.
They're the youngest kids band, so I love them.
Blood Hunt.
And you guys,
Most
I'd like to
badass
thank
kids
you
I've ever heard in my life.
guys. I'd like to thank Fiona for a shot in the video Floors. Her and James Caldwell and Ali and
Beautiful.
Jesus, Tim and a few other people, and anyone that I forget, I'm sorry.
Johnny.
But thank you all.
Who would
Thank
we like
Johnny.
to thank?
Thank Johnny.
I always got to thank Johnny. But who would we like to thank?
We would like to thank Dave Gillum from Dave Gillum Music for our sponsor, and we would like to thank the Hen House Rehearsal Studios
Absolutely.
for accommodating.
And we'd like to thank you guys
big
for
things
watching.
coming.
Yeah, and if you know anybody that wants to come on, if you want to come on, you got something to say, please chuck us an email. Feel free, come on board with us. We're
Please
here.
like, share, comment, all
Yeah.
that good stuff.
Yes.
We love you all.
We'll see you in the next
We
episode.
love you, sir.
I love you
And,
too.
Love you, dog.
We love you.
Thank you.
All right.
Be safe.
Meow.
See you.